Hi guys, and thank you once again for coming to my channel. It's always a delight to see you here. During Christmas, I always reflect. Christmas time is a period for me to reflect back at my childhood, at how life was, and people that I used to know that are no longer here. And one of those people is my grandmother. Anyway, so my grandmom was an amazing, funny woman in her own way. I remember certain things about her, especially during Christmas time. Even though we used to make our time to see her sometimes in the year, Christmas time we always saw her. And she was always so excited to see us. She was the first person I ever tasted her ofaku, rice and ofaku. If you're a Nigerian and if you're an Igbo person and probably from Anambra State, you understand what I mean by white rice and ofaku. Her ofaku was like no other one I've ever tasted, even to this day, honestly speaking. When you eat my grandmother's rice and ofaku and you eat another person's rice and ofaku, you can tell it's my grandmother that cooked this one. In fact, if I was blindfolded and someone told me, oh, I'm in a tasting competition, eat this and eat that and eat that, and tell me who prepared it, I would definitely tell you which ofaku my grandmother cooked. It was that good. It was that good. And most of her ingredients or most of the things she used were from her farm. Very natural, very organic. She was such a hardworking woman, and sometimes when I think back now, it's like I really miss her. She was an amazing woman. Another thing I remember about her, especially during Christmas time, she used to cook a lot of ukwa. Ukwa in English is called breadfruits, yes. But she used to prepare this ukwa. My God. After you eat it, and she will now separate the water from the ukwa itself, so you can have the water in a cup while the ukwa itself was in a plate. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen anybody prepare ukwa like that before. But she was that good. She was that good. Another thing I remember about her, especially during Christmas time, was apple. My grandmother, cassava. My grandmother was an apple lover. Till today, I don't think I've ever tasted apple before. Because the smell, oh my God. If you've ever eaten apple, apple is fermented cassava that is now boiled, pounded and done, just like pounded yam and swallow, other kind of swallow. But apple smell, Jesus Christ, I've never seen in my whole life. But my grandmother, when she's preparing apple and you come into the compound, you know she's doing apple because the smell. I hate. My mom, my younger sister, and some of my cousins, they loved apple with maybe bitter leaf soup and everything. Whenever she does apple, we'll just go and do our own gari. But apple, even the smell, sometimes I just could not stand it. So each time I go to an event and they're serving apple, I just remember my grandmother. My mom doesn't I remember about my grandma. She used to encourage us to go with my village cousins to go and get this fruit they call Udala. Udala, I think the season was Christmas, because every Christmas my cousins will now come early in the morning, like 4 a.m. in the morning, and knock on our door and say, okay, it's time. So they will get buckets, little buckets and torchlights to go to where they have this Udala tree. I don't know what the name is in English. What I know is Udala. It's a very big tree that produces this orange-like fruits. Sometimes, or most times, it's sour, but sometimes you actually get the very sweet ones. So we'll go out early in the morning, because if you leave it till daybreak, people would have gone there and got all the udalas and take them either to sell them or to do whatever. So we'll go early in the morning, and while we are there, we can hear or see the udala falling from the trees, and those ones are the fresh ones. Those ones don't have any marks on their bodies, so we just gather them, put them in those small buckets and go at 4 a.m. back in those days. But then it was so nice, and my grandmother would take the udalas that we'll bring back to her and wash them, and then we'll now separate them and share them. You know, there was love in sharing. There was love in doing things together. It's just amazing. So my grandma, I remember her. Sometimes I'll wake up in the morning, you see her, she's coming in. She has lots of leaves, lots of palm leaves on her shoulder, and she's brought them from I don't know where she gets them from. Then she will now take them to the goat's house. My God, we used to have goats in the village, different sizes, different shape in the goat's house. She would take these leaves to the goat's house and go and give them. And each time the goats see her, they are jumping in excitement because they know she's always bringing them something to eat. To be honest with you, I'm so grateful for the life I saw and the life I experienced back in those days, because since my grandma passed away, to be honest with you, I've never even seen anyone feeding goats before. I've never seen anyone doing all those things that my grandma used to do. So I'm really grateful for the memories. I'm really grateful that I got to experience this. Even as a child, I didn't really understand a lot of things going on. But these things that I'm telling you now were the things I saw, and not just once, constantly, especially when we came to the village. My grandma will be feeding goats. Sometimes we'll go and be peeping, and the goats will be jumping up and trying to eat the leaves and everything. It's really nice, you know. I'm hoping that I give my children a fantastic childhood. And sometimes it's only when someone is no longer there that you would really appreciate what they used to do while they were there. So I really miss my grandma. She had lots of things on her farm, and unfortunately when she passed away, I don't think anyone was really passionate to take care of her farm, and I don't think her farm is what it is, you know. But I'm grateful for the life she lived. I'm grateful that God chose her to give birth to my mom. In fact, my grandma did not have my mom until after 8 years of marriage. So you can imagine the pressure in those days about, oh, if you don't have a child after 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 8 good years. I bet there were pressures for my grandfather to take another wife and all that. But after 8 years, my grandma had my mom. So I'm so grateful. There are so many people in our lives that we should not forget. Even if they are not here today, once in a while, let us think of them. Once in a while, let us be grateful for them. Let us think of the special memories we had with them. Yes, so today is all about my grandma and Christmas and how life used to be. And I'm thankful for life. I'm thankful for family. I'm thankful to God. I'm thankful for everything. Who is that special person in your life? Appreciate them. If they are here, if they are alive, appreciate them. Don't wait, don't procrastinate and say, oh, I'll show them love later, I'll give them this later, I'll go and visit them later. Do that now. Sometimes we do, in fact, most times we don't know tomorrow. We don't know what life is going to be like. People are born, people die, people are dropping anyhow these days. A lot of people don't live so long as people used to live in those days. So if you need to show love to somebody, don't waste time. If you need to pick up that phone and call someone, don't waste time. Do that, because no one is certain of tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching. As usual, subscribe to this channel so that you can be part of the family. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in another yet amazing video.